How you guys doing today? Mark Franks here. Guys, today we're going to be talking about what is an HDMI adapter and how to use it. So this is a USB-C tip to dual HDMI adapter, and oftentimes this adapter gets confused with an HDMI splitter. So when you actually really need to purchase an HDMI adapter, you end up purchasing an HDMI splitter on accident. And today we're going to talk about these two devices, but primarily I'm talking about the HDMI adapter, but I'm going to show you what the differences are, and we're going to talk about just different variations of this adapter. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Let's do it. So this is an HDMI adapter. All right, it has two HDMI ports here, and it has a USB-C port. So the USB-C port will go into your laptop. Now this is what you're going to be using for most newer computers, newer laptops. They'll have a USB-C slot, and they'll have DP mode, DP alt mode, and you plug this in, and then you can plug two of your monitors in. And we'll do that here in a little bit, but you can plug two of your monitors in, and then you can do duplicate mode on your computer, or you can do extended mode. Duplicate mode is what it sounds like. Both of your screens will look the same as your laptop, or if you have a laptop, you're just using one of these, you have a laptop and you have a screen, it'll look the same. And that's just a duplicate mode. But then you have extended mode. So, you know, you have two monitors in a laptop, then all monitors, even the monitor on your laptop, will be different. So this computer will be different. This first monitor will be different from from your computer, and then the second monitor will be different from your first monitor. And that's what most people want. Most people want an extended monitor instead of duplicate, and this is what you get. You get, again, a USB-C to dual HDMI adapter, and this will be in most Windows computers. A lot of Mac computers, you don't really use this, although you can use this, and we'll talk about that in a second. But for Mac computers, it'll be more of it'll be a USB-C to single HDMI adapter. This is a dual adapter. So you'll plug this into your laptop, and then you'll plug the other ends. And this is usually, these are plug and play. They don't take drivers. So you just plug them in, and you put one HDMI cord in the back of your monitor, and you put it in one of these slots, and put another HDMI cord into another monitor, and you put it in this slot, and then it should go ahead and pull it up for you. Usually when it pulls up, it may pull up in duplicate mode. Then you have to go to your settings, and I'll show you guys that as well. You go to your settings, and you go to your displays, and you go ahead and put that in extended mode. So this is an HDMI adapter, not to be confused with an HDMI splitter. An HDMI splitter, you can see this has 4 different outputs here. It has 4 different outputs, but it has one input. So let's say you have a DVD player, and I have a video of what is an HDMI splitter and how to use it. I'll link that down below, and I really explain what this is. But these two are often confused here. So you have a DVD player, and I did put the DVD player in here in that video. You stick a DVD player in the input HDMI, and then you have an output where you can put monitors and TVs here, and it'll duplicate what's on that DVD player or what's on that set-top box. So if you have a restaurant or barber, you can play multiple screens using this device. So this is a 4-port HDMI splitter. You can get 18 ports HDMI splitter. I'm sorry, 8 ports HDMI splitter, or you can get, I believe, a 16 port. It goes up from 4 ports. So it's more of a industry oriented. So if you're using this, it's more for just more of a commercial use. You can also use it at home as well. And you can use this if you want. This will duplicate your monitors if you're using a laptop. This can do that. But what you really need to use is an HDMI adapter. A USB-C to dual HDMI adapter is going to get it done for you. If you're searching for some type of dual monitor setup just like this, or you're searching for this is going to get it done for you. This is what you need. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about what happens if you have an older legacy laptop, or you have a USB-C slot on your laptop, but when you plug this in and you put 2 monitors in, it doesn't work. So this is for 2 things. So if you have no USB-C outlet on your laptop, you just have like a regular USB, and if you do have one, but it's not DP alt mode compatible, So if you stick two monitors in, it's not going to work. Then what you're going to need, instead of a USB-C tip to a dual HDMI adapter, you're going to need a USB 3.0. This is a little bit older, USB 3.0 to dual HDMI adapter. Now some of these, I found that some of these are plug and play, but some of them you will need a driver, but a driver will be in the instructions, and I'll leave links down below. But if you don't have a USB-C slot, or your USB-C slot is not working on your laptop, and it looks like this. This is what the USB-C slot looks like here. Put that in the camera. That's what it looks like. All right. So if you don't have that, or if you do have it and it's not working, then you're gonna probably most likely need a USB 3.0 to dual HDMI adapter, and this should work for you guys. So a USB, it has the blue tip here, USB 3.0 to dual HDMI adapter here, guys. So now in another scenario here, and let me make sure I have that. I want to show you. I'll undo this here. No, I'll grab it right here. All right, so in another scenario, like a Mac, you have a MacBook Air or MacBook Pro, or you have a Mac Mini. I have a Mac Mini M4 here, and I have these two dual monitors. And this, it can work on a MacBook or Apple products, but not two of them. You can't stick two monitors here. You can't stick two HDMI cords here. You can only put one cord here and then use it. So with a MacBook Air or Mac Mini or any Mac product, you'll need just a USB-C to single HDMI adapter. So a USB-C to single HDMI adapter. In the back of my Mac Mini here, I have one that I'm using here. Again, this is a dual, but I can only put one HDMI cord in here. And then I have just a single one right here. So technically I can take this one out and I can put this one in, if you guys can see that. And I can just put this HDMI, hold on. I hit the power button. I think I hit the power button. I can put this HDMI here, and they're both single USB-C to single HDMI adapters, and they're both on again. So I can do it that way. And a lot of those USB-C to single HDMI adapters will work on your Mac. And it'll also work on Windows if you have just one monitor. But for your Mac products, it'll be a USB-C to dual HDMI adapter. So if you're trying to hook up one of these, I'm sorry, I said dual, it'll be a USB-C to single HDMI adapter. Now, if you're trying to hook up one of these USB-C to dual HDMI adapter on your Mac products, most likely it's not going to work. So if you're scratching your head like, why is this not working? Because the Mac product doesn't have it that way. They don't have it. You can put these two in there, and maybe some protocol issues, put these two in and they work. You just have to buy multiple of these if your Mac is compatible with dual or triple monitor setup. All right. So that's something you guys should know. All right. What else do we have here? Now, if you don't want to use an HDMI adapter, whether it's going to be USB-C or 3.0, you can use a docking station. This is a small little docking station here, also like /USB hub. So this one is a basis. This is a 9-in-1 docking station. You can get these docking stations. I'll put this one down in the link below. But this particular one has two HDMI two HDMI inputs here. And it supports, and if your computer supports, dual monitors, which most of them do, you can just plug this in, and then you have these two HDMI ports here. You can connect two monitors, and then you have other ports. You have your SD, TF, then you have some USB 3.0, and then you have an older USB 2.0 port here. So docking stations, these mini USB hub docking stations, they will work too, guys. They will work too. So you just plug these in and you shouldn't have any problems. Now, I'm not sure if these particular ones, again, you know, your Mac products, I'm not sure if this docking station is going to work on your Mac products, but I would just, for Mac products, I would just be on the safe side and get the USB-C to single HDMI adapter. So those are the differences. Hopefully you guys have a better understanding. So again, you know, USB-C tip to dual HDMI adapter is going to extend your monitor, and I'm going to show you guys how to do it. Extend your monitors, and then the HDMI splitter, you guys can catch that video. I'll put down in the description below. It duplicates your monitor, so the same, it'll have one monitor with the same thing on it. So if you're playing something through a DVD player or playing something through, you know, your set-top box, like I mentioned earlier, you can play it on multiple screens, whether it's a monitor or a TV. So this is more industry use here. This is going to be to extend your monitors. All right, let me show you guys how to connect them. Okay, so real quick, let me show you how to hook up the HDMI adapter here. So I have my Microsoft Surface Pro 7 Plus. This is a Windows computers, Windows laptop / tablet. So I'm gonna go ahead and hook this up here. So I'm gonna go ahead and plug it into the USB-C slot, just like this. And both of these HDMI cables are connected to these two monitors here. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in. Now this should be plug and play. So we'll go ahead and plug it in, plug this one in, and I'll plug this one in here. And that should pull up these two monitors here momentarily. And then I'll go into the settings after it pulls the monitors up and show you guys how to switch from extended mode to duplicate mode, because sometimes it may start in an extended mode or sometimes it may start in a duplicate mode. So I'm gonna show you guys real fast here. All right, so what it did here is it's got a couple of things going here. So mine started in extended mode, so I have one here. Let me bring up a window, I'll show you guys. Pull up a window here. So here's a zoom here. Let's see, where is it at? All right, so as you can see, it's on this one, and then I can go to the right here. It's on this one, and then I go down, and it's here. So it pulled up in extended mode. But if it's just all duplicate, all the same thing, what you do is you right click on the window, and then depending on which windows you have, this is Windows 10. It may be Windows 11. It's Windows 10 or 11. Depending on what you have, right click here and you go to display settings, and it's all kind of the same whether it's 10 or 11. Pull it up and you have your three monitors here, and what you see is it says extend to this display. So it is an extended mode. You might have when you pull it up, it may be duplicate 1 and 2. Let's do keep settings to show you. So these two are duplicated, and then you just have one open here. Or if you just have have a laptop and one monitor, then they'll both be duplicated. And what you want to do when you see that, it'll be like this. When you see it, you just go to this drop down here and change it to extend desktop. Extend desktop 1 and 2 here. Keep changes. And then you can extend your desktop. Now it's an extended mode, and you have your main laptop here, and 2 and 3 and 2 here. You can switch it however you want it, however you want to navigate your mouse through it. It can go that way, and then you're good to go here. And you can make this particular screen here your main display. So make my main display here. And then your main display will be here, and all your icons should be on this screen here. So if I minimize this, let me go. My main icons are here. So that's how you set up a dual monitor setup with using your HDMI adapter here, guys. Now, let me show you how to do it on your Mac Mini or your Mac products. So it's pretty easy. Now again, if you just have one monitor, you can just use one USB-C to HDMI adapter here. I can just show you real fast. Pulls up. Just plug it in. And it should plug in it should bring up just one monitor. That's if you don't have one monitor or you're using an Apple product. So it just put up that one monitor. And it's in an extended mode right now. It's not in a duplicate mode. So that's what a HDMI adapter does. Okay, so let me go ahead and show you guys how to hook up your single HDMI adapters to your Mac products here. So this is a Mac Mini M4, and presently this is one of the top computers out right now. Now, if you're watching this 5 years from now, this is still going to be relevant because you're still trying to plug in your monitors with cables here. So what you do is in the back of the Mac Mini M4, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take one of these USB-C, and this is it takes a USB-C 4 or a Thunderbolt 4, and I'm gonna plug in this one here, and I'm gonna take this one and I'm gonna plug in it in the second slot. This has three HDMI slot. I'm sorry, it has three USB-C ports in the back and it has an HDMI slot here. So next, I'm gonna take my two HDMI cables, both of these monitors are hooked up to, and I'm gonna go ahead and plug this in. Now, if you're a Mac product and you have a MacBook Air, a MacBook Pro, and it supports dual monitors, then you can have two monitors here. But if it doesn't, if it just supports one monitor, then you just take that one out, take one of them out, or you just purchase one of these little single USB-C to single HDMI adapter here. So we'll go ahead and plug these in, and I'm gonna set it up, show you guys how to make it extended if it's not. Plug that in, and those should come up momentarily. All right, so the first one came up, and the second one came up. And let me go ahead and minimize everything here. All right. Okay, so now I have a dual monitor setup here and it's in extended mode. So let me go ahead and show you guys. So it goes back and forth. This is an extended mode, and it automatically went in extended mode when I plug these two adapters in. All right, so if you have an older Mac, maybe sometimes it probably will go into a mirror mode where both screens have the same thing. They're both duplicate. Now let me show you guys how to get it back to an extended mode like this if you're in a mirror mode. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and click on the Apple here. I'm gonna go to System Settings, pull it up, and then I'm gonna go down to where it says Displays. All right, so I have both of my monitors here. So right now it's set for, this is gonna be the main monitor. If I click on this one, it's the main monitor. If I click on the number 2, it's set in the extended mode, and it did it automatically. Now, if you're in a mirror mode, let me go ahead and simulate that. I'm gonna go ahead and go back to this monitor here, put it in a mirror mode. So it's gonna look like this if it's in the mirror mode. If you plug these adapters in, it starts off like this. This is a mirror mode. This may happen on some older Macs, but don't be too alarmed. Just go ahead and go to the Apple, go to System Settings, go to Displays, and then once you get here, and just go to where it says Use As, and you're gonna hit Mirror, you're gonna hit Stop Mirroring. All right, then I'll bring you back. It'll either say Main Display or Extended here. All right, so now to arrange your monitors, let's go ahead and arrange, hit the Arrange button. And this is how to arrange your monitors. Let's say you have one of your monitors, let's say it's doing this. Let's go ahead and I'll bring this monitor over here like this and give you a scenario. I'll hit Done. So now I want to go over, but I can't go over. It's stopping me right here. I have to go all the way this way to get over here. This will happen probably a lot when you don't have your monitors arranged properly. So what you can do is you go to Arrange, and then you just move it to where it'll go seamlessly. So I'll move it back over here. I'll put this monitor here, and now I'll hit Done. Now I can go back and forth, no problems here. So that's how you set it up. That's if you run into those issues. And you also, if you hit Arrange here, this is going to be the bar right here, this little white grayish thing. This is going to be your icons. So you can click this and move this to the other side. and it's gonna move it over there. It's gonna move the main screen over to this side. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and move that back here. And then after you do this, you just hit done and it'll change things for you. All right, so that's how you connect a dual monitor setup on your Mac computer. Now, just to do a quick recap here, guys. So after you plug in your HDMI adapters, now the system should automatically put you in an extended mode like this here. So it probably will put you in this mode. But if it doesn't, if it puts you in a duplicate mode with both of these screens has the same thing on it, then follow the steps that I showed you before. You go to Apple, then you go to System Settings, and then you go down to where it says Displays, and then you'll find where it says Use As, and then go to the right, navigate the drop-down box, and you'll see where it says Stop Mirroring, and then it'll automatically put you in an extended mode. All right. So I also showed you guys if you have any issues with your Windows, you can't navigate your apps correctly throughout your monitors. I showed you how to arrange your monitor position here. So you arrange it to a different spot so you can navigate properly with your apps. You can also go a little up and down here, guys, how you want your apps to navigate through your monitors. But I showed you how to do that as well. So that's pretty much it, guys. All of this is really easy. Just follow the process and you'll get this done in no time.